Tomorrow marks a full week of being in our house. If you followed our journey from Texas back home to Northern California, you know it's been challenging. But God, it has been worth the wait and all the ups and downs. 21 weeks of living in an RV taught us so much gratitude and so much about ourselves that as I unpacked all of our stuff that I literally had not seen other than in boxes since March, as I was taking everything out, I was like 12 bottles of shampoo, not 12, but like all these things that I realized that we as the everyday people are so wasteful now. I have a whole closet full of towels. When we were in the RV for the 21 weeks, we had like 6 towels there and we had to, go wash them, and we made do with that. We had like one knife, one bread knife, plastic silverware, one real coffee cup, all these things. And we survived. I mean, it wasn't fun. It wasn't glamorous, but we survived. And really the biggest benefit was it taught us that we need very little other than ourselves to get by. And we found joy in the simple things. And I'm really hoping that we continue to carry on the lessons we learned in 21 weeks of RV living into life. We definitely appreciate the space that we have now after living in a 26-foot RV. But now I was such a wasteful person, and it's so easy to get caught up in buying new things when you see ads on Instagram and on Facebook and on TV. But there are some habits that we've carried over, such as the fact that we had one TV and we rented lots of movies, and now we made the decision not to put a television into our bedroom. And I noticed that we're sleeping a lot better. Before, we always had the TV on, and if you've done any research or heard, you know that screen time or the lights can affect your sleep. And if you fall asleep with noise and TV on, it can, disrupt your sleep. And I track my sleep all the time because I've always had sleep issues, and I've been sleeping much better in my bed that's dark, that doesn't have any sound or lights going on like I had in the past. So that's something that we're just carrying over, and I'm not going to be buying lots of stuff because we really had very limited stuff, not because we didn't have it, because it was in boxes, or not because we couldn't afford it, because we could go buy it, but we chose not to because we were living in such a small space that we couldn't bring anything into it. And I have unpacked boxes now for a whole, week, and Rebel has, big Rubbermaid totes full of toys, and I realized that he only had like a handful of things in the RV, and we kept having to rotate it because I didn't want him continuing to bring stuff in. So we came up with the deal. His room is not finished yet because, good Lord, he has a lot of crap. But we're going to put organized stuff in the Rubbermaid totes, because when we were moving, it was not organized very well. It was just kind of, thrown in there because we packed up our house that we lived in for 10 years in like less than 2 weeks. So I'm going to organize it, and then he's going to get like one tote at a time. And then when he is done with it, we can rotate it to another tote. So it's like new toys, so he doesn't get tired of it. Because there's no way one kid can play with as many toys he's accumulated over his 8 years of life. But anyways, that's what we have learned. We're not fully in, but I do have the living room done for the most part. We just need to get Comcast to run a cable to put the TV up there. But we actually now have space to sit and not be touching one another in the RV. We everywhere we went, we were touching someone or something, like this dog. But this kitchen right here literally is bigger and has more moving space to move around in than the RV we lived in. But I'll give you a tour of the house. This right here, I'm like, what do you put in here? I guess if I was older and I had china, I'd put it in there. But our table made it from Texas. And what I love is that we literally have been sitting with the seats all swung out, because we sat for so long, huddled up in a tiny little table in the RV, that now we don't want to touch one another. This is the backyard. Beast is not much of an outdoor person, but this is what he has free roam of. That is where all of our stuff was stored for the 21 weeks. So it actually made the moving in process much easier because we didn't have to do truckloads and upon truckloads to get stuff from point A to point B. But this is something we've really enjoyed, is the fireplace. Ryan starts a fire every night. I can sit there with a cup of tea. I bought this really cool little thing for pictures months ago. And then I finally opened it up and realized that the lights don't work. But I think it's really cool that I put up all the pictures. This picture cracks me up, but we have all the pictures up here. I need to find something different, I think, because I don't like the way they're like all twisted. But this is our family. Some of them, some of my favorite pictures. But this thing, we put batteries in it, and I don't know, it won't light up. But anyways, I was gonna show you the closet. This is linen closet with blankets and stuff. But right here, this is insane to me that we legit have this many towels. And I'm like, why do we even have this many towels when we literally had this many that we survived on for, let's see, 21 weeks. This is a fitness room. Got everything set up. Just need some crap on the wall. That is not my strong suit, but this is one of my favorite rooms because this is where I get my sweat on. Next is the office. It's a work in progress. I got some stuff up on the wall. A lot of my Beachbody things that I had received in the mail over the years somehow got left behind at my brother and sister-in-law's. I love the built-in desk. Please excuse the mess. It has not been, all my office stuff has not been completely unpacked. This house is crazy because you literally have to walk into every room to turn on a light. You would think that this light switch would be the one that turns on a light, but it doesn't. I don't know. So this is our room. The bed's not made. That anxiety blanket is the bomb. Ryan even loves it, and he doesn't suffer from anxiety like I do. This is his bathroom. Everybody kind of has their own bathroom. I wanted to share something so funny, but my dresser got messed up when we stored it in the shop in Texas for about 9 weeks, and there's torrential rain. And where my dresser is was the only place the roof leaked, so my dresser got totally screwed. I didn't really want to buy a dresser right away after all the expenses of moving. So I was like, let's try to figure out how to like make my closet and, you know, makeshift dresser. So I bought all of these little closet organizers, and it's working. These things right here I've seen on TV, and I decided to buy it. It's crazy, but you hang them up here and they can hold up to like 30 pounds. So like you could use purses, you know, use it for purses or whatever, but you legit, hang everything up and then you flip it down like that, and it makes a lot more space in your closet. So I have them for all my pants. So anyways, I found it on Amazon, I think for like $12, and it comes with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of them. So it definitely made more room in our closet. But this is my bathroom, and Rebels, we're kind of sharing it because he takes a bath. Again, lots of storage. And then the one thing that I was saying is that like I organize all my stuff, like tons of shampoo, tons of face wash, tons of hair stuff, tons of stuff that is literally unnecessary to have that many when it's just one person. This is Hunter's room. Her getting the bedroom set up this weekend. He picked the one with lots of closets. It's pretty cool. This is where B sleeps. He no longer is allowed to sleep in our room because he snores too loud, or in the living room. So he goes in there at night. This is the boys' bathroom, the shower right here. And I'll show you Rebel's room, but my God, it's a freaking mess. So here's this famous little banner from him, of him and his uncle. But this is a work in progress. This I'm going to tackle in the next week. But anyways, this is a tour of the house. We're so happy to finally be in a home. And it's not just about having a bed or space. It's like the fact of knowing we have our own home. Like being technically homeless for a long time was kind of unsettling. And so it's so awesome to be have a place of our own and turn this house into a home.